Let's now introduce the concept of a governmental audit and how they compare to single audits. So governmental audits are different than single audits. Shocker. Governmental audits are audits of governmental entities. So just like you could say it's a normal audit, but of a governmental entity. So just like you would normally audit a corporation, normally audit a not-for-profit, this is just talking about what are you going to do if you're auditing governmental entities. Whereas single audits are those of non-federal governmental entities which receive and expend federal funding. So differences there. Don't get them confused. Make sure you know the difference. Governmental audits include financial statement audits performed under Government Auditing Standards, whereas if we are conducting public company audit, we follow PCAOB standards. Private company non-issuer, it's going to be the AICPA standards. On entities such as states, local governments, not-for-profit organizations, institutions of higher education, and certain for-profit organizations. What's the objective here? The objective of an audit performed under generally accepted auditing standards is to issue an opinion on the fairness of the financial reporting with the rules set forth by the Governmental Accounting Standards Board. You're going to see there is a flip side for everything here. Whereas we have the FASB, the Financial Accounting Standards Board, we have the Governmental Accounting Standards Board. We have just the normal auditing standards, statement on auditing standards. We have the governmental auditing standards. We have generally accepted auditing standards. We have GASB, which is, well, we'll see that. Not to get into that too much, but we'll see this in quite a second. Now let's talk about governmental audits in comparison to other audits. I'll just call them normal audits, just the audit you would think of. Now the scope of a governmental audit may be extended beyond only expressing an opinion on the fairness of the financial statement presentation. The GAO Yellow Book, which is the Governmental Accountability Office, this is just a rule book on how to conduct your audit. This suggests that in addition to considering the financial statements, an audit may consider program results, compliance with laws and regulations, and economy and efficiency. Just some extensions. Why is this? Well, it's the government. There's a lot of inefficiency in the government. And the purpose of government is to be out there for the benefit of the citizens. The purpose of a corporation is for the benefit of the shareholders. So in both cases, well, if you're doing a normal audit, you're auditing to make sure that the shareholders, the investors, are seeing their proper information. In this case, you're making sure that the government is holding itself accountable. This extended scope of governmental audits as compared to non-governmental audits will have more restrictive and expanded requirements with regard to independence, reporting on financial statements, and reporting on internal control. You just see here that, yes, there's going to be a lot more than you would see in a normal audit. Not that we're going to get into it too much, but you just got to know that, hey, if you're doing a governmental audit, there's just going to be more rules, more regulations to follow. Governmental audits follow GASB, generally accepted auditing standards, the same as normal audits do. However, for normal audits, GASB only require written communication about internal control when there are significant deficiencies. In this case, governmentals, as we mentioned, you're just going to report everything. If there's a problem, you're going to report it. General rule, if there's a problem, just report it. I think that's just even in FAR, this is kind of a general rule. It's like if you see something, it should probably just be disclosed. Just something I've noticed throughout the FAR exam. Getting double preparation for exams while we're going through here. Governmental audits always require written communication regarding the auditor's work on internal control. Points to memorize, some points to know. Hey there! Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material? We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.